let's jump into the Metro Atlanta residential real estate update through the end of February. First, I'm going to give you the numbers for February, and then I'm going to give you the numbers for January and February together. There were 4,139 single-family detached. That's not the condos and townhomes closing in the month of February, which is a decrease of 34% over February of 2022. 34% certainly sounds bad, but we were down almost 40% in December and January. So the reality is those decreases are starting to go away. And what's funny, it's not funny, what's interesting is that I'm starting to see with a lot of my fellow practitioners in their business that their pending volume is really starting to accelerate quickly. So we went kind of from being in a bad spot real estate-wise to getting ourselves in a good spot fairly quickly. There were 923 condos and townhomes sold for the month, which is a decrease of 31% over February of 2022. The average sales price continues to increase. Single-family detached, not the condos and townhomes, average sales price $445,000, which is 6.9% higher than it was this time last year. The average sales price for a condo or a townhome, $376,000, which is 6.5% ahead of where it was this time last year. Year to date, January and February, there were 7,239 closings for single-family detached. That's a decrease of 38%. 38% down year to date, 34% in the month of February. Sales are starting to accelerate, and I think you will see them continue to accelerate at least for the next few months. 1,662 condos and townhomes sold year to date. That's a decrease of 34% over 2022. Let's look at the sales price. Sales prices this year versus last year. Single family detached year to date, $440,992. Average sales price in February was $445,000. So prices are continuing to accelerate, and that's a very important number for everybody to understand. That's an increase, by the way, of 7% over the average sales price in January and February of 2022. Average sales price of a condo and a townhome was $368,000, which is 5% ahead of where it was this time last year. $368,000 year to date. $376,000 was the average sales price in February. So in all categories, in single-family attached, single-family detached, the condos and the townhomes, prices are continuing to accelerate. And if you say, Cleve, how much are homes appreciating in Metro Atlanta right now? I would say 5%, which, by the way, is about what they have appreciated historically over time in that 3.5% to 5.5% range over time. Inventory in single-family detached housing continues to rise. We had 9,757 homes available for sale at the end of February, which is a whopping 55% more than the number of homes that were on the market at the end of February of 2022. There are 2,099 single-family attached listings, condos, and townhomes, which is an increase of 125%. Think about that. This year, 2,099 listings. Last year, 934. There were a total of 8,400 new listings entered for all property types in February, which is a decrease from the 11,192 that were entered in the first 2 months of last year. I certainly understand why some sellers may be hesitant to put their properties on the market because they think maybe now is not a good time to sell. I will tell you, though, that what I am seeing is that properties that are in good condition, that are priced correctly, they sell very, very quickly. And when I say priced correctly, I don't mean priced behind where they were last year or below where they were last year. I mean that are priced reasonably compared to where they were last year. And if you want to know what that reasonable number is, based on the numbers I just read to you, it seems like that number reasonably is 5%.